We'll get started in just a little bit, you guys. One thing we will need is a chair or a bench or a box. A couch works. Something basically, I'll show you what we're doing. We're basically going to elevate our shoulders. So we need something which you can do this. So a couch works. It doesn't need to be like some set height, but I need to be able to sag my hips and pop my hips up because we're doing some hip thrusts today. So try and find something that works. Let me know if you have any questions about an idea of something that works. You can put a yoga mat on a box, a chair. We won't be there super long, so if it is like a wooden chair, I mean, it's not like it's going to be like a real prolonged period of time. There we go. We got some chairs. We'll make it work. A desk, a table, something like that. We got it. Okay. And that will be, you can keep that to the side because we'll use that towards the end of the workout today, if we have time, actually. We got a lot to do today. We'll start in 1 minute. We'll get going. Alright guys, we'll start off with a pigeon pose. So push up position, bring your knee up to your chest, pull your back foot back, relax into it, just hang out. We're breathing. We are doing some posterior chain today, so that means basically our low back, our butt, and our hamstrings. So I want to make sure these are nice and open and ready to go. Give me about 10 more seconds, then we'll switch it up. And we'll switch it up, pigeon pose, other side. Knee up to the chest. I always like to use my back foot to really try and pull my leg back so I'm getting close to doing the splits. Stay up on your hands as needed. If you can drop down to your elbows, maintaining a nice neutral spine, feel free to do so. Again, we'll go about 35 seconds here. Give me 10 more seconds. Go ahead and relax. We're going to go right into quadruped position, so on your hands and knees. And we'll get some cat camels, so some nice rounding towards the ceiling. Reach as high as you can. Separate your scaps. Tuck your chin. And then belly stays tight in the extension. Remember, this will reinforce some good deadlifting position because we want our back nice and flat, or with some slight extension. So just try to apply this to your deadlift as much as you can, especially as you go into that extension in which your belly goes towards the ground. We're going for 6 if I didn't say. We're going for 6. Separate your shoulder blades on the rounding. Belly stays nice and tight on the extension. We're going for 6. Just want to get some good mobility across our back. Make sure it's ready to go. Once you guys have done 6, we will go right into thoracic rotation. We'll get 3 with a 3-second pause. Your goal is to try and stack your top hand right above your bottom hand. 3-second pause at your peak, and then recover. Three on each side with a 3-second pause. And from there, we'll go right into a puppy dog pose. Reach out nice and far, elbows straight, drop it down on the ground. Go ahead and relax. We'll go right into a thread the needle, so reach through and get nice and flat to the ground. You can rest your head on your opposite arm. Hang out, you guys. And on these static stretches, we're breathing. Try and breathe through your nose as much as you can. Inhale and exhales. Let's switch it up other side, thread the needle. Go ahead and relax. Push-up position. We'll go goat stretch. We're going for 2 on each side. Take your time. I'll talk you through it like I have been. We'll start by dropping those elbows down. You guys can go at your own pace. Elbows down. Post up on the hands. Pick up your back leg. Rotate in. Rotate out. When you guys do your rotations, try not to turn your back foot at all. Keep your toe pointed towards the ground and your heel up towards the ceiling as opposed to caving in on your back foot. We're going to point to the back wall. And then we have our single leg hammy. We're getting 2 on each side. You guys take your time. Go for your rotations, you guys. Try and keep your back knee elevated off the ground. Don't let it rest. There we go. Good, Lando. Nice, Steven. That's good. 2 on each side. When you guys are done with those, we'll go right into hand walks. We're going to get just 1 forward and 1 backwards, and we'll get a 5-second pause when your hands and feet are at their closest. So when you walk everything together, when you're nice and close, hang out for 5 seconds, and then recover and go into your next rep, either forward or backwards, whatever it is, all right? We have 1 forward, 1 backwards, and we're getting that 5-second pause at your peak range of motion. So get your goat stretch 2 on each side, then right into hand walks, 1 forward, 1 backwards with that pause. You guys are done with those hand walks. Let's grab our our red band. Our red band, we'll use it in just a second. Red band, just have it on standby, ready to go. So first we're going to get some J curls. We'll have no band resistance on this. Then we'll use the band for a little resistance on some good mornings. So J curls, you guys, let's go for 4. If you know them, go ahead and get to them. I'm just going to kind of talk you through them. We're starting with that chin and we're rounding like crazy. Round across your entire spine, all the way down to the ground. Hang out in the hole for a second or 2, and then roll your way back up, starting with your low back, and finishing with your upper back, and then get nice and tall to finish. We're going for 4. We want some good rounding on these. These are for the sake of mobility, and then just some individual joint strength across our back. Going for 4, you guys. When we're done with these, we'll start setting our back with some good mornings. J curls, not a good position to be lifting weight, but in a very controlled setting, you could actually handle a little bit of weight. But when we're done with those, now, prepping our deadlift, let's go stepping on that red band. We'll go band up behind the neck in a back rack position. Stance should be about shoulder width. And before you guys start, just take a look at my back before you guys start on this. My goal is, obviously, I'm hinging at the hips and my back is set. All right, my goal is not maximal extension, cranking up like crazy. I want a nice flat back, and that comes from turning on my belly too. So I'm not just throwing up my chest. My belly stays tight as I hinge and drive back up. Let's go for 10 good mornings, you guys. You can go hands behind the head, hands across the belly, wherever you want your hands, but I want your back nice and flat. Your knees can bend, you guys. Check out my knees. They're slightly bent. I don't need straight legs here. Feet are about shoulder width. Knees are slightly bent. You guys can use your camera to your advantage to help find your positions. Steven, in the bottom, I want you to work to keep your eyes up and puff out your chest just a tad. Yep, that's going to help out a bunch. Beautiful, very good. Lando, go a little wider with the feet. A little wider with the feet, Lando. Perfect, that's good right there. Oh, great. Once you guys got 10, you can relax. Good, Ashley. Good, Janice. We're good. We're solid. From there, you guys, we're going to further reinforce this hinge with a straight leg march to scale. I'm going to go opposite arm and leg, so opposite arm and leg for the straight leg march, and then same arm and leg on the scale. Hang out for a second or two once you find your scale, and then we'll repeat other side. We're going to go to each side. Straight leg march directly into a scale. Two on each side. When you guys are done with that, we are going to need our medium point attachment. We're going to use all our bands for this one, you guys. Medium point attachment, we're going to use all our bands. So I'll give you guys a second, obviously, to get this synced up. I want your red and your blue long, and then I want your orange cut in half. Red and blue long and orange cut in half. And this won't be a real hard movement, you guys. We're just going to prep our shoulders with some reverse pull-throughs. And we're using all these bands because a lot of these movements, I don't want to get too much tension too fast, so I want to have a lot of resistance options, and as we get more bands, you have way more options to play with, all right? So we're going to do this from a half kneeling position. Check it out. If you're still setting it up, set up, but I'm going to demo a couple. So I'm going to go from a half kneel. I'm going to go from an extended shoulder position with my hands about shoulder width. I don't want you guys to get excessively wide here, so hands stay about shoulder width like you're in a little hallway. So from straight on, I'm right here, I'm not way out here. And from here, so I'm going to go from shoulder extension all the way through with my palms up to shoulder flexion. And we just want to control this motion, you guys. Keep your shoulders down and away from the ears. Get some adequate resistance. We're going to go for 20. And this is not going to pump out your shoulders like crazy. This won't be real hard. I want straight elbows. Your hands should pass right by your sides, like right through your pockets. Palms up the entire time. Palms up the entire time so your bicep is pointed towards the ceiling. Get some decent resistance and actually step out just a tad farther. We're going for 20 and we're going for control. Throughout the entire range, keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. After 20, you may get a little pump, but nothing crazy. And again, when we do these strengthened positions, basically we're working on some shoulder stuff, we're working on some pulling stuff, and then some midline. And it's just being consistent with those things. So shoulder health, some pulling power, and then midline's always good to do on a regular basis. Once you guys are done with 20, pay attention to this next movement because it is going to be a part of our strength, and we're going to make it a little bit easier than what we're doing right now. What we're doing right now is going to be very tough, and we'll make it a little bit easier. We're going to go pike handstand push-ups, all right? So check out the demo first, you guys. This isn't a push-up. This is a pike handstand push-up. So basically, it's a modified handstand push-up. My butt should be high and my shoulders low. I don't want to have my butt and my shoulders in the same line. We're just going to go one set of 6. And really what I want here is I want you guys to feel how hard this is. And we're going to modify it, and you'll see me modify it as well because this is a very difficult movement. So, just like the hand walks we did earlier, I'm going to pike my butt nice and high in the air. Nice and high. From here, my target is forehead right in between my fingertips. Can you guys show me? Go as deep as you can. Only go as deep as you can. Safely come back out. So don't go so deep that you collapse on the ground. We're going for 6. The higher the butt, the more shoulder emphasis. So the higher your butt is in the air, the more emphasis on the shoulders. And don't worry, if these are crazy hard, they should be. And I just want to use this as a little demo before we get into our strength. So just remember this movement. We're going to come back to it in a second. All right? Last one, we're doing our midline. I'm going to give you guys 2 options today. We're going to go supine leg raises. So hands go under your butt, legs are straight, and we're going to go for 25. So this is option 1. Option 2 is a pretty cool option. I'm going to go band at my low attachment, and I'm going to throw in some band resistance, and this, like I said, is totally optional. So basically, I'm going to lay back, loop my feet in the band, and I'm going to have some band resistance on these leg raises. So either option is good. Let's do it, you guys. We're doing 25 reps. Either option is fine. 25. What's up, guys? 25, you guys. And you can relax. We'll do the bands in the future. I just want to give you guys that choice. Yeah! Those will get pretty spicy. Again, midline, never, ever, ever feel it in your low back. And for this movement, typically putting your hands in the right spot underneath your butt will keep your low back out of the equation. All right? We need our low attachment, you guys. We're going to do some band pull-throughs. Swing pull-throughs, I should call them. Low attachment, you guys. Band pull-throughs, get yourself set. We'll discuss them, don't worry. Low attachment in all 3 bands. Low attachment in all 3 bands. So we've done these band pull-throughs for the sake of our swing a bunch, for the sake of technique and all that stuff. Now, I want you guys to add some decent resistance. So as you guys are setting up, I'm going to demo the movement, just so you guys remember what it is. And I want your goal should be to add more resistance than what you used earlier this week when we were doing more technique stuff. It's still technical, but now we're not talking about the bag swing anymore. We're talking about just activating our glutes and standing tall. So I'll be stepping over that band. Ideally, band on the back of the wrist. I loop my thumbs around, walk out, find some decent resistance, and I'll tell you our sets and reps in just a second once everyone's set up. But that's the pull through. We know it. We love it. We've already done it a bunch. So get yourself set up, you guys. We're going to go as a group on this because I'm going to mark our rest as well. If you want to play with the movement, feel free to do so. But our sets and reps will be done as a group. All right, looks like we are good. So we're gonna go 4 sets of 10, and we're gonna go only 10 seconds rest in between. So you guys go hang on to the band the entire time. To hang on to that band, you guys, again, I highly recommend this grip, if you guys can see this. Band or bands on the back of the wrist, then from there I can just cup it with my thumb. And that makes it a loop grip, so it makes it very easy as opposed to trying to like hold on to it. But really do whatever works for you, all right? So hey, get yourself set up, bands in between the legs, find your resistance, walk it out, and first set of 10, let's go. Relax. 10 seconds. Make sure you guys want your eyes straight. Don't look at the ground. In 5. There we go. Good, your knees. 3, 2, 1, 10. Once you've done 10, you can relax. We'll let the group catch up here. This next set, focus is keep your arms long. Don't bend your elbows. Keep them long so your hands come out the other end as opposed to being too bent in the elbow. All right, next set of 10, let's do it. 10 reps. And final set, you guys, when you stand tall, squeeze your quads and squeeze your butt. A lot of tension downstairs. All right? Final set, let's do it. Pull throughs for 10. Last one. Nice work, you guys. Let's unhook all of our bands. All of the bands unhooked. So for this next movement, you guys, resistance is obviously on every movement. Resistance is your choice, but also the rep count will be your choice. We're gonna go banded deadlifts. I'll just show you a demo just so you guys know it. Stepping on the band. Again, I recommend that looped grip. Band on the back of the wrist and then just cup it with my fingers. Banded deadlifts. We're gonna go into Tabata setting. So we're gonna go 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds rest. And we're gonna run through that 5 times. In the 20 seconds of work, you guys could do 25 reps, you could do 2 reps. But I want you to at least hold onto the band and have some tension across your glutes. All right, but your rep count doesn't matter. We're just trying to last for that 20 seconds. We'll rest for 10 seconds, and then we're gonna repeat that for 5 rounds. And again, I'll tell you when to work, when to rest. So just one thing, technique-wise, you guys, on these bands, I should find the bottom of my deadlift really anywhere below my knee. Below your knee is totally fine. Don't end your deadlift right here, though. I don't want you just doing this. Below the knee, drive back up. Obviously, my back is set. My knees will bend just a little bit, but I'm not squatting. A deadlift is not a squat. All right? So you guys can change your resistance throughout. Doesn't need to be tons of resistance. We'll start in 10 seconds, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. We will go in 5, and in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Doesn't need to be fast. Pace yourself out. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's time. You guys can relax. It's short. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. That's time. 2 down. Got 3 to go. Pace yourself. Reps are up to you. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Three, 2, 1. It's time. Number 4. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Three, 2, 1. That's time. One more coming up. Last one. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Three, 2, 1. That's time. Woo! Nice job. Good work. Hey, Gary, would you mind turning down the music? Can you bring it to a 40? Because I can't hear it. I can't have it heard on my computer. Does that make sense? To a 40 would be perfect. Thank you. Good work, you guys. So, let's move on. We're going to go back to that pike handstand push-up. But we're going to make it easier. All right, so we need all our bands at the top attachment. All our bands at the top attachment. We got our heart rate jacked up with the deadlifts, you guys. We're going to not mellow it out, but mellow it out a little bit with these next movements. All your bands at the top attachment. And we will be using a band for the movement in between. And you can just strip down the band that you're not using. All right? We don't need tons of resistance on the movement in between. But I want all your bands up here so you guys have options to make this movement easier. All right? So I'm going to go through the bands. The bands are going to go around my waist just like they did for the band-assisted push-up. But now my goal, if you're at a door, this makes a lot of sense. If you're not at a door, you're just going to try and be underneath. I want my feet directly underneath the point of attachment. So I don't want to be way out here. I want my feet nice and close. From here, I'm going to walk my hands in very close to my feet. My butt's high in the air. And the band will assist me as I do that pike handstand push-up. All right? So if that makes sense, you can get yourself set up. If it doesn't, just check me out real fast. I'm just going to go with all 3 just to make it easy to start. My feet are nice and close. From here, instead of being out here, walk it in, walk it in, walk it in. Then we're going head right in between the hands and driving back up. Does that make sense, you guys? It'll make it dramatically easier. If these are super tough, start with all 3 bands. That's totally fine. And then obviously strip down bands as needed. We will be getting 4 sets of 10 reps. We will be getting 4 sets of 10. So just keep that in mind. So go ahead and test it out, you guys. I'm going to make one more comment once everyone's tested it. All right, so just real fast, you guys, if you can lend an ear. My goal is to make this vertical. That's why this is a handstand push-up variation. So my goal is this, less of this. This is my push-up. This is a horizontal push, which is great, but that's not the focus today. So the less of this and more of this, and that comes from where your butt's positioned. The higher your butt is, the more I can dive bomb my way down and make this more shoulder emphasis. If my butt's lower, then it turns into more of a push-up, if that little arm movement makes sense, you guys, all right? So do what you can on this. But your goal is always, even myself, I look at myself, even my butt could be a little bit higher. So the higher your butt, the more we're going to get out of the movement that we're trying to get out of it. So let's set ourselves up. You guys use as many bands as you need. First set of 10 reps. Once you're set and ready to go, you can knock it out. We're going for 10. Forehead right in between your hands. That's your target. Oh, Gail, that's very good. There you go, Janice, that's good. And really, as long as it looks different from a normal push-up, we're solid. That's all that really matters right now. All right? So let's go ahead and take off your red band, you guys. Take off your red band. Release that guy real quick. And we're going to go into a staggered stance RDL. So check this out, you guys. Staggered stance is this. My feet stay about hip width apart. So looking at me down what's called the sagittal plane or head on, that's what I'm looking for. From the side, I want my feet staggered. So basically my back toe is in line with my front heel. So I'm wearing black shoes, but hopefully you guys can see this. This is a staggered stance. It's not the like stance, all right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to loop up our front foot. We're just going to step on the entire band. Adjust your resistance accordingly. This is obviously easier. The more you choke up, the more difficult it is. From here, we're doing a deadlift. This is exactly the same as a normal deadlift. We're just loading our front foot over our back. Loading our front hamstring, I should say, over our back. All right, can everyone give that a quick demo? Test it out. We will be doing higher volume on this because you want to load those hammies like crazy. Your back is still set. This is still a deadlift. It's just a deadlift variation. It's a staggered stance Romanian deadlift. And your checklist, you guys, is your back set? And do you feel it primarily in your front hamstring? All right? If things are feeling good, let's do it. We're going to start on the right side together, you guys. First set, I said higher volume, so we're doing higher volume. We're going for 20. When you guys are ready, find your stance, find your resistance. Now let's knock them out. Load your front hamstring for 20 reps. The base is hands below the knee. Your front knee will be slightly bent. Both knees will be slightly bent. Slightly bent. Once you've done 20, we'll switch it up. We'll hit the other side. We'll do a quick review before we do our next set. All right, so hit your other side. Band under the left foot. Find your resistance with your hands. Stand up, stagger your feet. Hinge in the hips, and load your front hamstring. By the end of 20, if your butt cheek and your hammy are not barking a little bit, we're going to change something up. Once you guys have done 20 and 20, you can throw the red band back up there if you need it. If you don't, you can just keep it to the side. We're going to go back to those pike handstand push-ups, and we're going for 10 reps. So adjust your bands as needed. When you're ready, we'll hop inside them. And remember, you guys, try and get your butt high in the air. That's the goal. When you're ready, let's knock it out. We're going for 10. Woo! Those are tough. Lando, that's good. That's very good. From there, you guys, we'll go back to our red band. Red band's all we need for this staggered stance RDL. So hopefully everyone's feeling it in your front hamstring. That's the main thing. All right? Right now, if your back is kind of lit up, that's fine. Or your back is working, we're just not actively trying to move stuff with our back. It's working isometrically, so it's staying in the same position. All right, so let's go back to our staggered stance. Let's start on the left side this time. Left side start. We're just stepping on the entire band. Set your resistance with how far you choke up on the band. Find your staggered stance. Both knees will be soft. We're going for 20. When you guys are ready, we'll switch sides. Right side, find your resistance, step on the band, set your feet, set your back, going for 20. No rush, you guys, take your time. Just trying to set a pace. Hang with me as much as you can. Chop down the reps as needed. Each side, you guys. When you're done with that, you can loop that band back up if you need it. If you don't, we'll go right into it. Pike handstand push-ups. Make sure they're challenging, you guys. Don't make them too easy with the bands. Oh, and if I didn't say, with your bands, you need to touch your head to the ground. That's the range of motion. So use as many bands as you need to actually tap your forehead right in between your hands. All right? We're going for 10 when you're ready. When you're done, red band, this will be our last set on the staggered stance RDLs. Last set here. And on this set, you guys start on either leg. We've already started on both legs, so your choice on the start leg. Let's do it. Last set of 20, find your foot, find your stance, get your resistance. Hinge, load your front hammy. And like I've been saying, you guys, cut down reps or adjust resistance as needed. Other leg, let's finish it off. This is our last set. 20 reps. When you're ready, knock it out. Nice work, you guys. No rush to finish it off. Take your time. If you are done, one final set of 10 on the pike handstand push-ups. Make them challenging. Make sure you tap your head. We're going for that full range of motion. Let's do it, you guys. Last set here. Woo! Those are hard. Those are hard. When you guys are done, take a little breather. Let's see what we have time-wise. All right, I think we're good. All right, we're going to push the pace a little bit because we're going to try and finish some movements. So we're just going to go right into it, you guys. Red and orange. We need our red and orange band and your chair, your bench, whatever you have. So, I'm going to give you guys a setup. While you're getting ready, I'm going to show you a bunch of times. And if by chance it doesn't make sense, then you can skip the red band. And we can talk about it after class. But this can get confusing just, via Zoom and stuff like that. Here's the setup. Band goes around one foot. It goes across my thighs. And then it goes around the other foot. When you lie down, the band goes right across your waistline. All right? And as you can see, it's resistance. It'll make more sense when I'm up here. So, if that makes sense, maybe test it, make sure you understand it. I'm going to show it 2 more times. And if you're not getting it, don't worry. We can talk about it another time. I just don't want to spend too much time talking about it right now. So I'm going left foot. Full band across my thighs. Right foot. And there I am. You'll make an adjustment to across your waist once you're on your chair or your bench. So once I'm up here, I'll pull it into position. And then I have resistance on my hip thrusts. I can do it one more time. Yeah, Janice, you got it. You just got to pull. You're good. You just got to pull all the way around. It'll get tight. Left foot, thighs, and then to your right foot. All the way. You got it. It looks like everyone's good. Beautiful. So we can take that off. Sorry. We got to do the other band first. Then we can do the red band. So we need our orange band. Sorry, this is a very confusing movement, but once you have it, it's a good one. I need 3 loops in the orange band. I need 3 strands. So it ends up being, we've done this in the past, it ends up being about a foot long. I have 3 strands on either side of the circle, all right? Beautiful, you guys look good. Let's go band. 1. You're good, Janice, that's perfect. Now stretch it out. All right, band, just above the knees. Orange band, just above the knees. Red band, left foot, around the thighs, to the right foot. This is very complicated, but it's worth it, because this will be a glute smasher. All right, from there, hopefully you're close to your bench. Now we're going to prop our shoulders up on the bench, adjust the red band so it's across your waist. Beautiful. Good, Gail, Ashlyn, you look good. Janet, good. Janice, you got the right setup. From here, wide stance. Wider than your normal squat stance. Open your knees. Now we're doing hip thrust. We're going for 15. Keep your knees out. Keep your knees out. 15. Hold 15, hold it. When you get to 15, hold it until I say. Hold, hold, hold. I want everyone holding together. Hold it, hold it. 5, open your knees, open your knees. 3, 2, 1, relax. Woo! Nice job. I'm sorry that was so confusing, so many bands. But once you do it once, then you know it and it's fine. Take them all off, we need our orange band, you guys. Take them all off, we need our orange band only. I think Steven and Lando, if there was any confusion on the setup, we can address it after class, and we'll make sure you guys are good with it, all right? You guys look fine, but it's tough to tell sometimes. All right, orange band, you guys. You can make this as hard as you want to, so don't tell me this is too easy, by pulling the resistance in between your feet. So if you want more, then just get some slack in between your feet so I have more tension up top. We're doing a 1 minute hold, lateral raise and front raise. You need to last for the whole minute. I'll tell you when to change positions, all right? So we're either holding here or we're holding here or here. Adjust your resistance accordingly. We're going in 10. We need to last for a minute. If it's too easy, get more resistance. If it's too hard, obviously less. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Holding out front. When I say switch, the only other position is out to your sides. Keep your belly tight. Don't throw your chest up. Stay nice and tall. Squeeze your butt. Elbows stay straight. Switch. Elbows are straight. Elbows are straight. There we go. Come on. We're only 20 seconds in. We got 40 left. Switch. Hands at shoulder height. Come on, come on, come on. Go 1 foot. If you need less resistance, pick up 1 foot. There we go. Need a little less right there. And switch. Hold it. Go to 1 foot as needed. Stop. Woo. Nice work. All right, let's do that crazy setup one more time. Last set here. Orange band first. I need 3 lengths. Should end up being about a foot. Oh. Orange band first around the legs. Above or below the knee, either one's fine. I'm not super concerned about that. Then we're going red band. Red band is around the left, around the thighs, around the right. We'll try and hang as a group, you guys. So let's try and get these bands going. Try and start in 10 seconds. Not to put a timer on you. All right, if you are ready to go, get yourself situated. If you're not, try and catch up. Band across your waistline. Wide stance, so we really stretch out the orange band, toes straight ahead. 15 hip thrusts. On rep number 15, we will hold again. And hold 15, open your knees, hold it, hold it, hold it, until everyone's there. We're holding until everyone's here. Come on. Come on, Steven. Hold. 5, knees out, knees out. 3, 2, 1, relax. Nice job. Woo. That'll get you glutes. All right, we need the orange band for one final set of that raise hold. That first set was probably a feel-out set. I used way too much resistance. So your options are 2 feet with slack in between your feet, 2 feet with no slack, or just 1 foot. 1 foot obviously will be the easiest. Shoulders are a little fatigued, so choose your resistance accordingly. We're going in 5, 3, 2, 1, front. Elbows are straight, hands are shoulder height. Elbows are straight because I want to be far away from my body. This is easy, I can do this all day. This is not. Switch. Don't worry, I'm keeping track of time. I want this to be done just like you. Switch. 10 seconds on each one, then we're done. 10 on each. Belly stays tight. Don't lean back. Imagine there's a wall behind you, a pole behind you. And switch. Last 10. Hold it. Stop. All right. Workout time. That was just nice, easy warm up. Now we're time for the workout. This will be short and sweet, you guys, 5 minutes, and it could be done sooner. This will be the first workout we're doing this for time. So I'm going to give you a set amount of work, get it done. We're going to cap it at 5 minutes, so if you're not done in 5 minutes, just call it right there. All right, it's one time through. We're starting with a Bulgarian bag wall sit. So I'm holding onto my bag. We'll try and stay together as a group, at least for the beginning. At least for the beginning. So hold on to your bag. I recommend just cupping it, wall sit. We know this. All right, 1 minute. From there, right into 20 bag squats. 20 squats. 1 minute wall sit, 20 bag squats. From there, 2 more things, and you'll see me doing it. So if this gets confusing, you'll see me doing it. Shoulder taps, we're going for 10 on each side. So same pike position, same theme, butt nice and high. Tap your shoulders. That'll be 10 reps on each side, and those are slow and controlled. And then we're finishing with 10 walkouts. 10 walkouts, we did it in the warm-up. Walk your hands out. Walk it back in. So easy numbers. 1 minute and 20, and then 10 on each side for the shoulder taps. 10 walkouts, and we're done. Could you guys give me a thumbs up if that made sense? Beautiful, and you'll see me doing it too, all right? So I'm going to start the clock in 15 seconds. The wall sit, you guys can hold the bag however you want. Behind the head may get a little annoying because it's going to push your head forward, but whatever works for you. I'm going to cut mine, do what feels good. I just don't want it resting on your thighs. Ditch the bag as needed to maintain your wall sit. Same thing on the squats. If you don't want to use the bag for the squats, take the bag out. All right? We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1 minute. I want your shins vertical, and I want your thighs parallel. Janice, come down just a little bit. Beautiful. Lando, come down just a little bit. A little more. Open your knees, Lando. There we go. Good. Val, good. Ashlyn, awesome. Stay tall. This won't be too bad. Or it could be pretty gnarly. Who knows? We're getting there. Ditch your bag as needed. We're down to 30 seconds. I'd rather see you get rid of the bag than stop your wall sit. Ten, 5, 3, 2, 1. All right. Squats, when you guys are ready, I want you going right into it. I want those legs burning. 20. If you're done, don't wait for me. Shoulder taps, 10. Each side. Get your butt high in the air. Walkouts, 10. We got 90 seconds to finish. Keep going, you guys. Very good. Nice job, Janet. Good, Steven. Still got an entire minute, 20 seconds, you guys. We still got plenty of time. Good, Val. Guys are down to 45 seconds. 45 seconds. If you're done, you're done. Nice, Steven. Go work. Go work, Lando. Good, Gail. Nice job, Ashlyn. Good work, you guys. We know the drill. Right into a straddle. Again, I like this because it's easy. You just relax into it. Try and start changing your breaths into your nasal breathing. Inhales and exhales through the mouth. Sorry, through the nose. Haha, not through the mouth. Hang out. Change your breathing if you can. We'll go side to side in just a second. Go to the right. To the left. Go ahead and relax. Let's hop up, you guys. Hopefully our trainers are still set up. We'll go into a standing puppy dog just to open our shoulders. And again, you guys, you have options here. You can do whatever you want. I mean, really, whatever you want is fine. So we're going to face away from the trainer, walk it out, go overhead with the arms. Elbows are nice and straight. Lean into it. Belly stays tight, butt stays tight. You can go wide. You can go narrow. You can open up one side over the other. It's your choice. And I will say this, you guys, I just want to mention this. If anyone has lacrosse balls, or if you want to go grab one, once we're done with our stretching, if some people have lacrosse balls with them, we can dive into mobility like crazy, because I typically have a little bit more time. So like after a deadlift day, I would love to open up our glutes with a lacrosse ball, but it's just a matter of people having them. Lacrosse ball, baseball, something like that. So maybe next week, midweek, I'll see if anyone has one, and we could dive into our glutes a little bit more after our deadlifts. You guys can relax. But it's obviously not mandatory. We're getting some good stretching in, so we're solid. All right, good work today, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow for some unilateral work. Unilateral days are the hardest days, so get your head ready for that. We'll see you. See you, Ashlyn. See you, Lando. Bye, Val. Bye, Janice. See you, Gail. See you, Steven. See you, Lando. Good work, man.
Thank you.
See you guys.